Hello everyone and welcome to today's live stream. You're in for a treat this week because we've actually got two live streams packed into one because we missed last week. We missed you so much. So it's a Giants Foundry Q&A for 30 minutes and then we'll play through our Easter event. I know that Easter is over, but we are still in the festive mood, so you guys better be prepared for that. I'm your host, Mod Light, and joining me today to discuss Giants Foundry is Mod Oasis. How are you, Mod Oasis? What have you been up to?
Yeah, been pretty good. We've just been cracking on with Giants Foundry, taking in feedback, kind of having discussions about what we can do to kind of improve the reward space mostly. And now we're in the kind of stage where we can really jump in and start playtesting the game, the training method, skilling activity, whatever. It's like the fun part of development is when you actually get to mess around with numbers and make sure it's really good.
Awesome. I know that it's quite far into development, so we've got a few snippets we can show you guys about actual gameplay. And I've seen a lot of feedback about asking questions about the gameplay and stuff, so I'm hoping that you can fill everyone in on all the information that they need to know. Before we get into it, let's go through some announcements really quickly. So !game update. Our new iOS closed beta is now live. You can check out all of the new changes and additions coming on iOS. Unfortunately, it is a closed beta, so we're not able to get new applicants in, but you can check out all of the information in the link, as well as the inventory rework stuff. !Giants Foundry. We are reshaping smithing with a new skilling activity. It's called Giants Foundry. It's what we're discussing today. Our latest blog has all the information that you need to know on the concept, the rewards, and a new quest called Sleeping Giants. PvP feedback. We're improving how we approach gathering feedback on PvP in old school RuneScape. So if you want to contribute to the future of PvP, see how we intend to take on your thoughts and your opinions, check out the blog. There's a survey at the end that you can fill in. So click that to find out more. Okay, so we only have 30 minutes to grill Oasis on all of your questions, so we're just going to get into it and quick fire as many as we can. Question number 1. The blog seemed a little bit unclear on how the mechanics would work. Can you talk us through the mechanics and how the minigame works for somebody, especially who hasn't read the blog, Oasis?
For you today, I've concocted, well, I just recorded myself playing the Foundry. This is take me like 3 tries to not mess it up, so if you want to jump to like the footage, I can talk through. So little preview, this is the Giants Foundry kind of work in progress as it is. So you start off, it's quite quick. You start off with getting a commission from Kovac. This commission is just 2 words, right? In this case, broad and heavy. And we start again. I don't know why I went through this gameplay so fast, so I apologize. Just want to rewind back on YouTube. So once you've got your commission, you open up the mold setup, and here's all the molds I've got unlocked as a level 99 account. So I'm looking for molds with the keyword broad and heavy. All the important ones to me are highlighted in green, so I could just do a quick calculation to say, okay, 16 plus 4 is 20, 18 plus 4 is 22, let's go for that one I select. And you do this for the forte, blades, and tips, and that makes your sword combination. Once that's done, you click set, and that's good to go. The mold's set up, you're good to go. So I go over to the crucible. I'm going to chuck in some bronze bars. It takes the bronze bars from my inventory. I chuck in a bronze plate body because the crucible also accepts items as well. It's important to note that the items you chuck in are whatever it costs to make -1. So if it costs 5 metal bars to make it, it's worth 4 in a crucible. So plate body goes 5 down to 4. Once I've poured that metal in, I have to add 20 bars worth of metal into crucible. I pour it into the mold, and then I need to cool it down to grab it. And that's the preform in my hand. It looks suspiciously like a bronze 2-hander. That's because the art hasn't been done yet. So the first tool I need to use is the trip hammer. And how do I know that? It's the red bar at the top is the trip hammer. It has a little hammer icon with a little grey highlight to say I'm on that tool currently. The interface is still work in progress. It probably needs to look a little bit fancier because it's quite functional at the moment. But I take it to the trip hammer and one click and it works away. As you can see, my completion goes up the bottom bar as the temperature slowly drops. So eventually that temperature is going to drop out of a working range, like it did just there. If I was to continue working that tool, the preform with that tool, I'd start damaging it. So I need to heat it back up again by standing next to some lava, which we need to change out for an actual animation of you dipping it in, and take it back to the trip hammer. What you just saw there with that white highlight box, while I go cool the sword down, is something we're calling a sweet spot. These are quite rare. They should only come up like 1 or 2 times when you're working a tool. But if you action it, so you click on the tool you're using, in the brief window that it's open, you'll get a lot more like completion value, and that'll jump right up. So they're not really often where you have to hyper focus on what you're doing to make sure you get them. But if you're casually looking, you should see it, you action it, and then it'll jump up a nice amount. So it's like a nice reward for paying some decent attention during the minigame. So now I take it to the polishing wheel. The order that I use these tools is random. I'm making a really basic sword at the moment, made of bronze and iron. So if I were to make like a sword that uses rune and some like adamant, for example, I'd have a lot more steps. I need to use a lot more tools in different combinations. So that's where the variety comes in. And that working temperature you see at the top is a lot smaller. So you have to keep reheating the sword and cooling it down to complete the sword. So I'm on to the last tool now, which is the grindstone. So I need to heat the sword all the way back up to the yellow area. And once I've done that, I can take it back over to the grindstone and then just work the sword. The difference with the grindstone is we wanted all 3 tools to be slightly different. The grindstone, instead of cooling the sword down, it heats it up. So you have to just kind of mentally remember that when you go to use the grindstone, you need the temperature bar at the bottom instead of at the top. So I'm working it. I've stopped paying attention. Now I'm working the sword outside of the correct temperature zone, and it started to get damaged. As you can see at the blue bar at the top, that blue bar hits 0, it's game over. You can't gain any of that blue bar back. So once you lose it, it's lost, and that impacts my final reward. So I don't want to lose any quality on my sword. I'm not being too good here. I could have maximized it by taking that arrow all the way to the bottom of the yellow temperature zone, and got as much time kind of AFKing the tool. If you sit there spam clicking, we have like an anti-spam measure, so you can't spam click away hoping for a sweet spot to appear. You'll miss the next action. That was like a really quick run through of how the Foundry works, and it's literally just this. To set up making a sword takes half a minute at most, depends on how quick you are at banking. And the real variety comes in like the refinement stage, in what quality of metals do you choose and how much of each metal do you chuck into the crucible, how good is your like mold setup affects your starting quality. And there's a whole bunch of variables. We wanted to make something like really unique that kind of changes from every sword you make. And once you're done, you hand it over to Kovac, whose chat head is to be updated, and you can get another sword. Those final debug numbers you see at the bottom are all like work in progress. You do not get 151,000 experience per sword, so don't worry about that. But I'll talk a little bit more about the experience later and how the points kind of tie in, what we want to do at the reward shop. But that is the Giants Foundry gameplay loop on its own. There is a question that kind of jumps up later on about is this like a mini game or is this a skilling activity? It's hard to kind of call it a mini game. Well, sorry, it's hard to call it like a skilling activity because it doesn't tie into the greater scheme of like smithing, and it's not really a mini game because you're putting on your own resources. So it's kind of like a single area skilling activity, and that's a better way to look at it than like an actual mini game. And I'm going to answer the question now, and that rather than later on. And it's why we haven't put a pet into this piece of content, because it's not really a mini game. It's just a unique way to train smithing. So we didn't think it really needed a pet. Not all content needs pets. Is my kind of feeling. And yeah, that's my ramble about what Giants Foundry is, and let's do some actual questions.
That was fantastic. Thank you so much, Oasis. I really loved seeing it visually. I think it makes such a difference, especially like from reading a blog to actually seeing the gameplay.
Yeah.
It looks completely different, such a varied way of training the skill. I'm really curious to see how chat feels about it when we go over the VOD. Jumping into the next question then, what do you think roughly the XP per hour looks like? We've got a lot of questions about that, and I'm just thinking if you have any ballpark estimates.
We've done some further work into like get the experience into like a more defined place. Obviously, we're still balancing. We can't like give like this is going to be 70 XP an hour, because that locks us in and it makes it incredibly difficult to do any further balancing later on. But the way we're thinking about it is it takes about 7 to 10 minutes to make the best sword in the Giants Foundry, which we're not going to give away yet. It's up to kind of you guys to figure out. So 7 minutes of a player's time is quite a lot, and that's on the good end. So for right now, our current ballpark estimate with the best mold setup, which you're not always going to have, with the best material combinations, which players will eventually get to, it's about 6,000 experience per sword. So 7 minutes to make that. You do the maths. With 20 bars of material each, you're not going to get as much experience as you will somewhere else, but you get so much more value out of it. So yeah, just to reiterate, it's like 6k XP for 7 minutes, 20 bars consumed in that time as well. So that's what we're looking at. It'll be interesting to hear thoughts, and where we can kind of go from there. Whether that needs to go up, people are saying it's kind of dead, but we can go higher from there. But there's a few other things that contribute to it, whereas like blast furnace and making plate bodies is crazy high XP per hour because you can just get through so many. In blast furnace, it's like high value for every bar that you use, kind of thing.
Just a follow-up question on that. Do you have a particular type of player that the XP is aimed at? Like, is it for more casual or earlier game, or is it for literally anyone, no matter what stage they're at?
Yeah. When we went into it, our primary focus was like the 30 to 70 range. And one of the core things we were looking at is to not overtake blast furnace. Blast furnace is like 300k XP an hour, which is crazy high, and we just didn't want to encapsulate that or touch upon that because we wanted a mini game that was more engaging for your time, and you had to think about rather than being like quite brain dead. So that was our approach going in, and like I said, we're still doing some balancing, so we can up that 6k number because there is like a risk and reward factor to this mini game as well. But it's not going to be like 300k at blast furnace or 250k making rune plate bodies, which you can only do at like 99 anyway. It's that 30 to 70 range that we're looking at.
Got you, thank you. So how repetitive will the setup and refinement stages be? Like, how engaging is the actual mini game in terms of the loot that you mentioned before?
It says fun on this question, and fun's super subjective, right? But we have gone out of our way to make sure there's like variation between every sword you make. The sweet spots are random. The order in which you need to do the tools are random to an extent. We did have to define it at some parts. And the kind of mold setup at the beginning, when you set up the mold, that can be random as well. So you could get a really good combination based on the molds you have unlocked. We can get quite a bad combination. So this sword's not going to be amazing, still super worth doing. But it's kind of that nice variation. We didn't want it to be like brain dead content where you just click, you wait 2 minutes for it to go through, and then you've got your experience. You have to pay some decent attention. You have to think about what you're doing. So that's kind of where it sits right now, and it feels good to play through.
That's awesome. Yeah, shout out to Pikey in the chat who said it sounds heckin' dope. That's very cool. So I've got another question. If this is supposed to be a minigame rather than an alternative training method, which it's not, I think we clarified it's an alternative training method, why are the resources for it not provided within the minigame? So I assume that is because this is a skilling method, not a minigame.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, players end up with all these like bars and stuff that outside of like darts or Ironman sit there without much use. We wanted to kind of give them a use and a decent training method. And yeah, it's not a mini game, so you do have to bring your own resources in. That being said, I was thinking about this the other day. We could have approached this piece of content as a mini game and made Smiffer Todd if we really wanted to. But we wanted something where players had to put in their own resources, and it kind of plays against the other sides of like gathering resources, probably not doing it from mining like PVM and stuff like that, and giving them a use outside of like just high up.
Nice. All right, let's speed through the rest because I know that we've got to talk about rewards. So are you taking any measures to ensure that ores and bars as a resource are not devalued?
Yeah, we're kind of mainly focusing on the rewarding experience rather than just like pure profit out of this content. We have the ore pack, which is to kind of offset some of the costs, and if you really want to, you can spend all your money on ore packs to get all your money back. But it is mostly like about experience for those like players still on their journey, rather than those maximizing money.
The peepers, love it. All right, would you consider making the minigame free to play? There's a bunch of people asking. I'm just wondering, can you confirm whether it is and what's that about?
We had a focus on the desert this year, as you can see in like the upcoming content, right? So the fact that it kind of landed into a free-to-play area, we always designed it to be members content, and only a couple of elements really do stretch over to free-to-play. It's not my decision to like decide whether something's free-to-play or members, but with the kind of XP rates we're going for and the rewards we're adding and what the content is, we focus it towards members from the start.
Got you. Cool. There seems to be a general opinion that this minigame, while it might be fun, does nothing to address the actual usefulness or application of smithing as a skill. Do we intend to continue to rework or address this problem with the skill beyond adding a minigame, skilling activity, not minigame, sorry. What are your current thoughts about how you might address that?
I think it might help to kind of give some context of where this entire update came from, right? For this year, myself and Mod Dylan were given two, well, we have other projects, but two skilling updates that we want to do. And the Giants Foundry is like the first and the small one of the two updates. So we're given 6 weeks to kind of get something out, and smithing was one of the areas that was kind of lacking in content. So we were looking at what we could address. Smithing doesn't have a lot of variety in what you can do, whereas like woodcutting kind of does, and mining has other ways to train it rather than sitting there mining a rock. So we wanted to kind of, we saw smithing as a good opportunity and a bridge to kind of fill in. And with 6 weeks, we could only do so much, right? But we do have, from doing this piece of content, we have come up with ideas on how to actually approach smithing to give it a proper rework, which is huge. There's a question after about mining as well. To address smithing, you really have to approach mining at the same time, which would be quite a chunky update. And I'm sure that within the old school team, we will address smithing and mining together, because they're two massive problems that are in the game. They're just not that great of skills. But that's just not what this project is. We considered it, and when you're doing these kind of projects, you have to consider time scale and everything like that. And this is what we could get out within like the time limit for this piece of content.
Completely fair, and thanks for touching on the other questions. Many people were wondering about the way that this works with mining, so I guess we'll just skip those questions because that was kind of encapsulated within the answer. Moving on to what you guys want to know about the rewards. So let's talk about it. On the blog, it was mentioned that Giants Foundry is profitable. How much GP per hour can people expect, roughly, do you think?
Not very high, right? We have this kind of, Mod Kieran was it like there's a little triangle. AFKness, profitability, and XP. And they all have to be in balance. If something's really AFK, it shouldn't be that profitable to give that much XP. And if the other two bars goes up, the others have to swap out. Our focus is on XP. There are other ways to do smithing to give good GP per hour. We have the resource packs, the ore packs, to offset some of the costs, but it's not going to be good, amazing GP per hour, just straight up, right?
Will Giants Foundry have a reward system similar to Temporos and Guardians of the Rift?
For every sword you make, you'll be given, I think we're calling it Giant's Reputation. And Kovac, who is the Giant, will sell you stuff from his shop. What things he sells, I'll answer in the next question.
Great. All right. So this is what you guys have all been waiting for. Next question. Are you considering improving the rewards? At the moment, some people have said it's underwhelming, particularly for mains. They've called it like catering to irons only. They've said the cost of bars is quite high per hour against simply smithing the bars into alcohols. So what do you think? Is there a chance for a smithing skilling outfit potentially?
Right, yes. So it's not technically a smithing skilling outfit because it doesn't give you the XP bonus you get. We want to save that for something else. It doesn't really make sense to come from the Giants Foundry because Giants aren't great artisans of smithing. They're just kind of brutes, and Kovac stumbled upon this area that you'll find out in the lore, so I spoiled that a little bit. But we do have a smithing outfit. We will propose this in the next blog iteration, which I'm sure we'll do. But the way the outfit works is for every can we show the image as well, if we've got that? For every piece of this armor you wear, it will come in 4 pieces. You'll get a 10% chance to speed up your smithing action at an anvil by 1 game tick. And if you're wearing the entire set, it's a 100% chance. So right now, smithing, say you're smithing darts, is a 3 tick action. If you're wearing the whole outfit, it goes down to 2 ticks, right? Which is a pretty decent improvement. If you're doing plate bodies, it's not that bad, not that much, because you only make like 5. But if you're doing darts and you've got a whole inventory, it goes from 3 ticks down to 2. That's the first one we're going to be proposing. The second one we've got is a bar box, which lets you store 27 bars in. Not going to be very useful at somewhere like the blast furnace or something like that. But when you're smithing at an anvil, you can do like 2 inventories at once. Before I go any further, I'll jump back. The gloves, we're still playing around with the idea, but you'll be able to combine, at least for now, you'll be able to combine the gloves with ice gauntlets, so you don't lose out on that kind of bonus within the Foundry, because the ice gloves are useful in the Giants Foundry. And they'll also give you a little bonus in the Giants Foundry as well, the whole outfit. So we've got the bar box, which lets you store 27 bars. We proposed an ornament kit to Overwars Club, but what we'd like to do is give that some stats, so it becomes like an upgrade, which turns it into like an oversized sword, which you're actually making in the Foundry, which then puts it above a Rune 2-hander. It's not amazing, but it's kind of thematically makes sense. So we wanted to chuck that in. And then the final one I'll mention is we're toying with the idea that the smithing catalyst could actually work at the blast furnace. So for everything you make, the blast furnace already halves the amount of coal required. So we're not halving it again, but it would double the amount of XP given for every like runite bar you make or whatever. Like only for like steel, iron, runite, adamant, mithril, not iron. Scrap that one. But yeah, that's kind of where we're expanding the rewards. I think for most players, the skilling outfit would be the main one, and the bar box potentially. But yeah, we we wanted something players could sink their teeth into for like a fair few hours on launch that aren't there for the experience, because that's aimed towards like players who are still on their journey with smithing. And we think this smithing outfit, which focuses on kind of improving the smithing process by speeding it up a little bit, will be more enjoyable and more useful than just a like 2% flat increase to all XP given, which isn't really that useful till like post 99, stuff like that. So it's a new approach to like an outfit.
That is awesome. I saw chat popping off when that outfit was shown, so I'm really happy you guys like it as much as we do. It's still a work in progress, so ModSoftFan has been working on it. She'll probably share it on her Jagex Twitter shortly. So leave us your feedback, let us know what you think. And thank you so much, Oasis, for explaining all of those updated rewards, which will be in version 2 of the blog. We'll update that blog as soon as we can and get it out to you. As always, leave us your feedback, let us know what you think. And yeah, just thank you for the feedback in the first place, because we just want to make rewards that you guys are happy with. So yeah. All right. I think we've gone through most of the topics. So yeah, just thank you so much, Oasis. If you want to round it off with any comments about Giants Foundry, and I know you have to hop off soon.
No, yeah, thanks for all the kind of feedback. I'm glad, like, the fact that you guys enjoyed what was just the core of the mini game was great. And it gave us a clear focus on what we can improve with just the rewards, and hopefully we've done that. So it's a piece of content you're excited for.
Awesome. Can't wait to hear what they think. Thank you so much, Oasis. We're going to take a quick break now as we move into an Easter playthrough stream. So stay with us. Prepare for egg puns, a lot of them. Bye, Oasis. Hello everyone, and welcome to the second half of our live stream, the bit you've been waiting for. This is our Easter playthrough with voice acting. We are magically joined by Mod Kieran, Mod Havoc,
Hello.
who created the event.
Hello.
Hello. Mod Rock.
Howdy.
And Mod Curvy is in the background. I don't know if you can say something, Curvy. The ghost of Mod Curvy, guys, and a new Mod Torrance here. Hello. How are you guys all doing? We're gonna start with Kieran, and then we're gonna go to Torrance last, because we have some new mod questions for her. So, Mod Kieran, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Excited to take my, this is like my second job at this point. It's just voice acting on our live streams. So.
Ready and raring to go. I have harassed Kieran about this since God knows how long, so I'm super excited you're here. Mod Havoc, how are you doing?
Doing really good, thanks. Excited to go through the second voice-acted event that I've been in. Can't do any voices myself, so every character I do is going to sound exactly the same. I'll do my best.
Awesome, that's all we can ask for. How about you, Mod Rock? How's your day going?
Yeah, I've been excited for this. That's why I only picked one character, so I only have to do one voice. But I think I get to shout a bit as well, so prepare your speakers.
Awesome, wouldn't have it any other way. And Mod Kirby, you're in the background. Ghost of Mod Kirby, how are you doing?
A little, but we'll get over it.
Awesome. Mod Torrance, how are you doing today?
I'm really good, yeah, I'm really excited to be here.
Awesome. It's great to see you on stream, Torrance. I would love to ask you a few mod questions before we start our Easter playthrough. So, tell us about yourself. Who are you and what do you do in Jagex?
So, I'm Mod Torrance. I work in editorial. So, we make words good. So that could be like writing blogs, it could be the emails you receive, it could be in-game stuff, it could be lore stuff. Any words you read in and around Old School or any other Jagex games might have gone through me.
Awesome. So what's your experience with Old School?
So, I haven't been playing for that long. I basically started playing Old School and RuneScape last year. Historically, my background has been with games that are more sort of solely action-based. So I'm an out-and-out noob, there's no getting around it. But I think one of the perks of the job is being able to absorb and understand, a completely different kind of game than I would normally play and kind of get involved in the culture around RuneScape. And, I do love RPGs, I do love fantasy, so it feels like I've always been destined to get involved with, with Old School. It's been on my list for a long time, so it's really good to be part of it, but don't expect me to set up an Iron account just yet.
No, but yeah, you're fantastic. I know you've been with us for how long now? For a while. It's not really, you're not really new, but you're
about
new
a year,
to the
I
stream.
suppose, yeah.
Awesome. What is your most favorite thing about the game, and what's your least favorite thing about Old School?
So my favourite thing is definitely the humour. Like, I love a good pun, I love a good wink to the camera, and I think Old School in particular has its own kind of rhythm to its language and its humour, which is just totally irresistible. And I think, personally, fantasy worlds can only benefit from having a bit of a sense of the absurd, because, like, the real world is absurd, and most of us like to have a laugh to get through the day, so I'm personally less interested in overly serious kind of stuff or more serious quests. I'm kind of here to have a bit of fun with it. The least favourite thing is a difficult one for me to say because I feel, there's so much history with RuneScape and I feel like I'm still getting to grips with it. So I don't necessarily feel like I'm in the place to be picking fault just yet. But I love reading about changes and feedback and people's suggestions. The way that the community shapes the game is really radical. So it's always really interesting to me. But I don't necessarily have the level of insight to be criticising just yet. I'm going to save up my grievances.
That is one of the best answers I've heard.
I'm not
Okay,
getting
last
involved.
one. If you could add one thing to the game without a poll, what would it be? And if you could remove one thing without a poll, what would it be?
Okay, so I'd definitely add more food-based quests because food is really important in my life. And yeah, I feel like we need some kind of like Michelin-style system for Gilanor's many eateries and taverns. so more food stuff. And I'd remove spiders because I can't with them. I just can't cope with spiders, and you know we have to suffer them in real life. So get them out of my games, get them out of my fantasy worlds.
There's so many of them in old school. Oh my goodness.
Like it's not okay. It's not okay.
Well, that's fantastic, Torrance. It's great to have you here, and I can't wait to see your voice acting. If you guys would like to follow Mod Torrance, she has a Twitter, so just type !UMod to follow Jagex Torrance on Twitter. Right, before we jump into the...
as well, so there's no content.
Yes.
But stay tuned.
Gas her up! Follow her, guys! Right, before we jump in, we'll have some excellent community art from the Easter period in the form of UGC. Let's go! First one is facing Elvog for the first time. What do you guys think?
Love it.
There's something really charming about like just low poly art style with high quality lighting. It just works so well.
It does look beautiful. It looks like a great desktop background. So well done, Trillion Studios. It's beautiful. I love that dragon armor as well. Such a throwback. Okay, next one is White Lily Tangle Root plushie. I think this is by Witchcrafty. I just love her plushies so much. I wish I could have one. It's beautiful.
I'm just going to spend all my spare money on Witchcrafty's plushies. That's why.
Yeah,
I've
they're
literally got one behind me.
You need to get a custom one.
I've got a bunch up there.
Yep. We're
Christmas.
shills for Witchcraft. I really want that pet in game though. It's one of my favorite pets ever. If you have this pet, you're so lucky. Like, you don't even know. Next one up is wooden RS trading card / desk stand that Noah GS made. Wow.
That's
Wow,
awesome.
a wooden trading card.
That's
I love the text. They did it so well. Wow. Beautiful.
You could make those into a set of like coasters to put on your table for your cups and just have a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, that looks like a perfect gift for someone as well, I think. I'd love to have that. I think they... No, never mind. I was gonna say, is that how you spell abyssal? But I think it is, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it looks dope anyway.
It's one of those words that stops looking correct when you look at it too long.
Yeah,
Which is a big
it's
problem with
never
words.
trust me for spelling. Second to last is Easter Fashionscape. So this is an Easter one that we found. I think this is my favorite one, honestly. Like the bunny ears, when those came out back in the day. Beautiful. Yeah. That is an e-girl. 100%. 100. And last up, we have hot cross buns for Easter. Yum. Wow.
I said I love food. I'm hungry.
Those are very, very delicious looking, and I'm on a diet, so yeah, it just makes it even worse. Nice one, Hodgepodge. Good job. All right, that is all the UGC for this week. And now we will transition into the game. What world did we say we won? 556?
559.
559. So if you want to join the team, we have the wonderful Mod Spear driving the character for us. We're going to start the playthrough.
Do we need to turn Mod Spears except Adolf so he doesn't get spammed with clan requests?
Oh god, the outfit.
Potentially.
One on the left.
This outfit is dope.
This is
Oh god.
Oh
god. Okay. I think the bunny is never eat shredded wheat. West? I think.
The bunny is
Yeah.
west by the northwest
Yeah.
of the bank. Yeah.
Any clans that send a request, we'll just disband the clan on the back end.
I just
the only
want
thing
everyone
to
in
do.
chat to be confused by never eat shredded wheat because that's very British, I think.
You don't do that?
When I was growing up, it was naughty elephants spray water. I don't get it.
Never eat shredded wheat is what we got taught.
Yep.
Yeah, I got
Maybe
told
I'm
that
just
as well.
old.
I mean, what did shredded wheat do to anybody? Like,
Fiber?
Okay, I didn't know we were going on cam for this. Okay, take it away. I think we sorted out people's roles earlier.
Yeah, so this is me.
Okay, let's go to our
Hello there.
show them your...
Right on the bunny. Hi, Mod Spear.
What are you doing in the desert?
Well, it's Easter, and I'm delivering Easter eggs, as I always do. However, I'm in a bit of a sticky situation.
Sticky situation? What's happened?
Some of the adventurers I normally deliver to are deep in the desert doing adventurary things. You know, like hunting for an ancient desert temple, fighting some big evil wood storm, standard adventurer things.
Okay, that all sounds exciting. But why is that a problem?
That's not specifically. It's the fact that in the desert, deserts are hot. The last time I tried to deliver Easter eggs in the desert, they all melted.
Hence the sticky situation.
Yes, melted chocolate does not get on well with my fur. I don't want to go through that again. So I need to find a solution. I've came to Alcarid since the people here know how to handle food in desert temperatures.
That's clever. Well, good luck. I hope you find the information you're looking for.
Wait, there's one other thing. It turns out that a giant pink rabbit like myself is quite frightening to people who haven't seen me before. I only managed to start speaking to one person before they realised it wasn't a costume. Now everybody is scared.
Oh yeah, I can see why. You are a big rabbit. I've been on lots of adventures, so I'm not really scared of anything anymore.
Boo!
I mean, almost got me.
I see. Very brave. Well, since you're so brave, would you be able to help me out by asking some of the locals about my melting chocolate issue?
What's in it for me?
I'll give you some super cool rewards, of course, although I'm not sure what they'll be yet. Oh, but I'm sure I'll find something super cool for you.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, no, I'm busy. Sounds good to me. Any idea on where to start?
You could speak to Karim the kebab seller. He's the person I started speaking to before he realised I'm a big bunny and ran off. He'll definitely have some knowledge about food. His shop is just southeast of here.
I'll go and ask him. Will you stay here?
Yes. A downside to being a big fluffy bunny is I don't get on too well with hot weather, so much fur. I've thought about shaving it all off, but that would probably scare the locals even more.
It most definitely would.
What?
I said it most definitely wouldn't. And that there is no need to anyway, now that I'm here to help.
Thank you. I'll stay here by the coast where it's a bit cooler. See you soon. Good luck.
Nice. I love the idea that they're all scared of the rabbit and not you in that outfit.
Hey, it's called Fashion State. Look it up.
Where is Karim the kebab?
North a bit.
Yeah.
North.
Oh yeah, he's in that building.
Yeah, totally wrong. Yeah.
I have to be Karim. I'm not sure what he sounds like.
There he is.
Sounds like whatever you come up with.
Do my best American accent.
Oh no.
All right, take it away, Torrance.
Hello, Karim. The Easter Bunny told me to talk to you.
Oh, he spoke to me earlier. I thought it was a guy in a costume, not a huge bunny. Scared me half to death when I realized. I feel bad now, though. He's not actually scary. It was just a bit of a shock. I wish there was a way to say sorry.
Maybe you can help me out then? I'm helping the Easter Bunny, and I've got a question I'd like to ask you.
Certainly, I'll do my best. What would you like to know?
Well, the Easter Bunny needs to deliver some chocolate eggs to some adventurers deep in the desert. But chocolate and heat don't mix well, so we're trying to find a way to stop them from melting on their travels.
I haven't really had that issue myself, so it's not something I've ever had to solve. Kebabs don't really melt. Some would say they're actually hotter than the desert if you consider some of the sources I use. You could talk to Shante, though. He's south of Al Kharid at the pass. Most comings and goings to the desert pass past him, so he's likely to have an idea.
I'll go and ask him, thank you.
Sorry I couldn't have been more help. I hope you find the information you're looking for, Ulu.
I feel like you slightly altered the script there.
No, he definitely said Ulu, like, for sure.
We should do Karim hot ones.
Yeah. Ulu. Any Ulus in the chat?
It's too early for this.
Someone just said, "Seek God." His first time in the chat.
Flame Gothics.
Seek God, first time viewer. Oh, Torrance, take it away.
Oh, sorry, I was absolutely distracted by the extraordinary visuals. Hello, Shante. Karen sent me here. You said you might be able to help me with something.
Help you? That depends on what it is. Ask away.
I'm looking for a way to keep something cool as it travels through the desert. Specifically chocolate. It just keeps melting.
I see a lot of food items go through the past day to day. However, I don't pay too much attention to that. Regardless, I'm not sure I have ever seen chocolate go through. There is one person I can think of who may know something on this topic. He has trade dealings with people all over the world.
Who is it?
Ali Marasayan. He runs a market stall at the north edge of Al Kharid. If anyone can help with this, he can.
Thank you. I'll go and ask him.
You're welcome.
Well, Kieran, ladies and gentlemen.
You really disagreed with the role there. It was like a Daniel Day-Lewis performance, yeah.
I didn't realise
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
I love the guy on skis. He knows what's up.
Hey, Ali.
Well, hi there, Mod Spear. How can I help you? Would you like to browse my wares?
Not right now. I've actually come to ask you a question.
A question? I do know many things, but as with all things, info doesn't come free. What is your question? Then I can decide on a price for you.
Do you have any idea how to stop chocolate melting in the desert heat? I'm helping the Easter Bunny out, and he needs to deliver some chocolate eggs to some adventurers south of the desert, but the eggs just melt.
I do have some info that might actually help you. However, as I said, it's not free.
What do you want in return?
Do me a quick favour. It won't take long.
And in return, you'll tell me what you know?
Aye, why aye? A deal's a deal. An associate of mine has info for me. I need you to collect their report and bring it to me. They're hiding on the southwest coast near the bank. They'll be hidden. It should be easy to find now you know they're there.
Why can't they just bring it to you?
They can't be seen near us. It's a business thing. Very complicated. It would take too long to explain.
Right. That doesn't sound shady at all.
Good, because it definitely isn't. You should probably take this. My associate can be quite suspicious.
Ali, hand you a bottle of special hot sauce.
Special hot sauce. Why do I need that? How will that help with their suspicion?
Don't worry for now. You'll know if you need it. Go and meet my associate. Once you bring their report to us, I'll tell you what I know.
Ali Morrisane from the Big Brother house.
This accent is now unfortunately canon.
Day 45 at Jackie headquarters. Mod Spear is an Alcarid solving the Easter problems.
Please, I love it.
You've properly stitched me up on this one, Kieran.
Oh man.
Can Spear figure out the puzzle?
You're looking for
I thought you
the...
found it just then.
Yeah.
Top
It's
middle.
quite a suspicious thing.
Oh, there we go.
Hello?
There is nobody here. Go away.
I've been sent here by Ali Morrissey.
I don't know any Ali Morrisane. I mean, I'm a box. I can't know people.
I can quite clearly see that you're not a box. You're talking to me.
Fine. Hello. You say that Ali sent you?
Yes, but first, who are you?
That's of no concern to you.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm just protecting his business interests. Why did Ali send you?
He said I should collect something from you and bring it to him. A report or something?
Prove it.
Prove what?
Prove that Ali sent you.
How can I do that? I don't even know who you are or what the report is about. I do have this.
You show the special hot sauce to the crate.
Is that special hot sauce? Let me smell it.
You hold the special hot sauce up to close to the side of the crate.
Ah! It burns! It's so hot! My nose is on fire!
Are you okay? Do I need to go get someone?
It's lovely! So much heat, such intense warmth. I can't feel my face. Okay, I believe you. There is one person who has that. I'd like you to do me a favor before I hand over the report, though.
Of course. What is it?
Pick me up a special super hot kebab made with this sauce. I haven't had one of those in ages.
You want to eat this after the reaction you just had from smelling it?
It's much more tame when eaten. Don't worry, Karim knows how to make them.
Okay, I guess I'll go and fetch you a kebab.
That was beautiful voice acting, Rock.
Beautiful.
I think you almost didn't come on the stream.
I do need a sound clip of that. Ah.
Yeah, it was like a perfect little scream, I have to say.
Hi, Karim. Could I buy a special kebab?
A special kebab? What kind of special?
I have this sauce.
You show Karim the special sauce.
Oh wow, not too close. That smells extremely hot. Are you sure you want it on a kebab?
Yes, please. It's not actually for me. It's for a friend. They like really hot food.
I think this may be a step further than really hot food. Can I take the sauce? I'll see what I can do.
You hand the special hot sauce to Karim.
Thanks. Give me 1 second, I'll whip something up. Here we go. I'd probably wear gloves if I were you.
Karim hands you the special super hot kebab.
Thanks.
Good luck to whoever is eating that.
Speaking, just check your worn inventory real quick. You're going to want to wash your hands.
What?
He's not wearing gloves. This is going to go badly.
Oh.
He's going to hand this over and then try and wipe his nose, and oh boy, he's going to have a bad time.
As long as it's just his nose. Hello?
Do you have my kebab yet?
I have it right here. Are you really gonna eat it?
Of course, there is nothing more delicious than a special super hot kebab on a hot day in the desert while stuck in a cramped crate.
A hot, cramped crate, I imagine.
It's not actually hot at all. It's nice and cool in here. Business secrets.
I'll take your word for that.
Hand over that kebab then. It's time to eat.
How you're inside a crate?
Just squish it through the gaps in the wood. There's a small hole over here.
You notice a bit of wood at the corner of the crate move slightly.
All right, here goes.
You start to squish the special super hot kebab through the tiny hole. Special hot sauce gets all over your fingers. You're not wearing gloves. You regret your decision immediately. And the kebab disappears inside the crate with a squelch.
There you go. Enjoy it, but be careful. Hello? Are you okay?
Ah! It really, really burns! It's so hot! My mouth is lava, my lips are supernova. Ah!
Person in the crate? Do I need to get someone?
It's so good. Scorching deliciousness. Such blazing flavour. I can't feel anything. Thank you so much. Okay, here is the report. Deliver it to Ali Morrisane without delay. Whatever you do, don't try to decipher the contents. It's secret business information.
A piece of paper slides up between the crate's wooden slats. You take it.
Thank you. I'll deliver it now.
Good. Be quick. The information is time sensitive. I'm never going to live this down, am I?
Oh no.
You.
I'm just gonna soundbite all of those, put it into one, like. That'll be the follow alerts for the OldSchoolRS channel. Why is someone
Can we show the
almost
thing
dead?
on screen again?
Did someone
People
just
in the
die?
chat can decipher it. Just get the chat to
Oh.
decipher that.
What is this part of the quest?
It's a special
It's an
tidbit.
optional part of the quest.
The Wi-Fi password. Anyone in chat want to figure this out? Wait, who added this? Havoc, was it you?
Maybe.
um,
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Hi there, Ali.
Hello, Mod Spear. How goes the mission?
Sorry, I'd forgotten. I have the report right here.
Lovely. Hand it over.
Oh, you hand the report over to Ali Morrisane. Line.
Thank you. Interesting. Very interesting.
What is?
I wonder if. Yeah, that may work. Defo.
What?
Suitable. Sorry, I was just giving the report a quick look over. Very interesting stuff, but I'll deal with it properly later. So a deal's a deal. What was your question again?
I'm looking for a way to stop chocolate melting in the desert heat.
Ah, yeah, that was it. Well, I haven't any experience myself with this.
What? After all that? Are you going to tell me to talk to someone else?
No, hold on. I haven't finished.
Sorry, I've just been to a few different people already and then had to grab that kebab. The sauce is still on my fingers. It's so hot.
You should have worn gloves.
You should probably wash that off, like. Anyway, so one of my fellow tradesmen deep in the desert sells chocolate to the locals there in the form of chalk ice.
Chalk ice, interesting.
Yeah, it's a chocolate shell filled with a special ice cream made from camel milk. The cold ice cream inside keeps the chocolate from melting.
That sounds like a good idea. That may be what we're after. The Easter eggs are hollow inside, so this could work. Thank you, Ali. You've been really helpful.
No problem. Now, would you like to browse my wares?
Not right now. I need to go and follow up with a chalk ice lead.
Come back whenever you want. I've many things for sale.
Alan Morrison turns away and starts checking over his market stall.
I should go and talk to the Easter Bunny about what I've learned.
I'm bitterly disappointed and also very thankful we don't actually have voice acting at Old School now.
Aww.
What do you mean?
I think we should do it, though.
I was going to become a voice actor now.
I think it is your calling. Hey, Easter Bunny, I have some information.
You found a solution? Tell me.
I think I have. I don't know for sure yet, though. We'll have to do some tests. There is a trader deep in the desert who sells chocolate in the form of a chalk ice.
A chalk ice? What is that?
It's a chocolate shell filled with special camel milk ice cream center. The ice cream inside keeps the chocolate cool and prevents it from melting.
Oh, that is clever. We can do that with the Easter eggs too.
Exactly. That should be exactly, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I missed that one.
We just need to get some camel milk and some ice cream and then put it inside the eggs.
Hot fix it.
Should be
We'll
easy.
get on it. First things first then, let's get some camel milk. Well, you can get some camel milk. I'm going to stay here where it's cooler. I'm still a big fluffy bunny.
And you look pretty scary.
What?
I said it must be hot in the desert being so hairy.
It is indeed. So, here is a bucket for you to collect the camel milk in. Make sure you fill it up. We'll need a lot of ice cream.
The Easter Bunny hands you a rather large bucket.
That is a rather large bucket.
Yes, I know. We're going to need a lot of milk for all the ice cream. They're also the only buckets I have.
I could have used one of my own buckets. They're easy to get hold of.
They wouldn't be big enough for what we need.
I suppose I'd have to make multiple trips, and nobody wants that. So I guess I will go and find some camel milk then. Any idea where to get it from?
Well, camels? There are quite a few around Alcarid.
Yeah, that was the silly question.
I've heard of two camels, Ellie and Cam, who are both northeast of here. Maybe try them.
Okay, I'll be back soon.
Want another
And the
kebab.
camel hunt begins.
I love camels.
Those two. That one over there on the right. Yeah.
That's funny.
Is that me? Am I the camel? Oh my god, I'm a camel.
So I need to get some camel milk. Would you be so
What can I
kind as to let me have some?
How did
got a camel
sound?
I watched a documentary before.
Yes, you can have some milk. Just use that big bucket on me.
Thank you very much, Ellie.
Was that it?
I thought my bit was going to get clipped.
I don't know. Why was I the camel? What the... I'm crazy.
Very memorable performance. It was really good.
Nobody clipped that.
It's ready for any posting it 5 times.
If I gave it that camel, it would probably bite my
Who
hand
made
off.
me the camel though? Somebody made me the camel.
Well, there's another one here. I think this camel's more
Oh, that's not me.
butch.
Who's
This camel's not part of
You've
the
got
story,
enough.
therefore. What was that?
It's
Yeah,
not
you've got enough
part
camel
of
milk now.
Nothing important.
Oh no. No.
Funny, is it?
Oh
Come on the
god.
Easter stream, they said. It'll be fun and wholesome, they said.
I didn't even know I was a camel though.
Hey, Easter Bunny.
How goes the hunt for camel milk?
I got some. A lovely camel named Ellie gave me some.
That's great. Thank you, Ellie. Let me take that off you.
You hand the big buckets of milk to the Easter Bunny.
Well, now we have a big bucket of camel milk. We just need to freeze it.
Can you not do that yourself?
No. I'm afraid I'm not that good of a magician. Can you?
No, I don't think I know a spell that can freeze things.
Well then, we'll have to get some more help. I've heard that powerful magicians gather inside the Ferox Enclave in the wilderness.
Isn't trusting random magicians who hang out in the wilderness a bit risky?
Probably. But we could also make a new friend. Come on, it'll be fun.
Should have got skill specs to do this.
That bodes well.
So then I told him, how about I split you instead?
Oh, we don't have an
This is
access
Wildy
to
Dude,
that?
by the way.
I
couldn't
think this is
remember the
Kieran.
name.
This is
Oh, well-
okay. This is Will to do. Ah, so what happened to him anyway?
I split him.
Oh,
Hey, we're looking for a powerful magician. Would you happen to know any?
Well, I've been known to be powerful from time to time. What can I do for you?
We need some help freezing this bucket of camel milk.
Freeze, hmm? Well, I do have a spell for that. Though runes aren't cheap. What are you offering for payment?
Huh. I don't know. I never thought we'd get this far.
I have a spare bag of chocolate chips.
I do like chocolate. Alright, I'll do it. Though, Kamas won't let me do magic in here after the last time.
oh, last time me. Sure, he's still missing his eyebrows.
I said I was sorry! Anyway, I know a good place we can do it. Follow me. Phoebe leads you out of the gates of the Ferox Enclave.
And you're completely sure this is safe?
Well, no, that's why we're out here and not in the old night.
That doesn't exactly fill me with confidence.
Nah, it'll be fine. It's like you could burn your eyebrows off with this one.
Guess not.
Okay, everybody ready?
Ready.
Ready.
Stand and deliver!
Ah! Oh, that was close. What just happened?
I froze your milk.
You killed X, I plus pet dogs, IX.
I'm sure he'll respawn, probably.
And did you have to freeze my eyebrows off?
I don't think you ever actually had eyebrows to begin with.
So that's why my face feels so cold.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. A bag of chocolate chips flies out of the Easter Bunny's pockets?
You could have just asked.
Yeah, you're all the way over there, I'm all the way over here. This seemed easier. Speaking of, we should probably be on our way before someone else shows up. Toodles!
Uh-oh, I better get out of here too.
Wait, where did everybody go? Don't leave me here!
Well, you're looking like prime peak hit loot right there. So.
I think I'm safe now. I should go and talk to the Easter Bunny to see what to do now, and also yell at him for leaving me there like that. Why I order?
I do like the fact that we managed to make Plus Pet Dogs a recurring character.
He's had a bit of a hard time, bless him.
Why is there a guy following us with the angry prayer? Where's the hearts from him? It's that
He's
one.
angry
There's always
and
going to be one
abandoned,
guy.
Did you really have to leave me in the wilderness like that?
I'm sorry, I got scared. You saw the kind of strange people that go around there.
All right, fine. What do we do now?
Well, now we have the frozen camel milk. The only thing left to do is try it.
That did not make the sound effect I was hoping it was going to make. I'm actually so disappointed. Hold on. Oh, this might work.
Nice.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ow! My teeth!
Well, it's a giant block of iced milk. I'm not sure what you expected.
Yeah, I can't give this to people. I thought we could just freeze milk and get something close enough to ice cream.
So how do we get actual ice cream then?
We make it, of course. We have the ingredients ready. We only need to churn to make it in.
A churn, like for butter?
Sort of. An ice cream churn needs three things. Something to keep the milk in, something to mix the milk with, and something to actually move the mixers. If you keep the entire thing cold, the mixers prevent the milk from forming into a giant block of ice, and you end up with a nice ice cream.
Sounds easy enough. Where should I get started?
That pile of rubbish looks like it has a lot of random parts in it. I think it belongs to the tanner. Maybe you could talk to him.
Oh, I'll speak to Alice the Tanner and see if I can find out more. Is that your pile of junk behind the tannery?
Oh, this is me as well. Yes, just a bunch of old tanning equipment I had replaced. What of it?
I'm trying to make an ice cream churn. Do you know if there's anything in there that could be useful?
That depends. What do you need?
Something to hold the milk, something to mix it with, something to move the mixers, and something to hold it all together.
Well, I did throw out a vat like this one. That'll easily hold all the milk you could put into it. And you can probably put one of the wheels from this roller over the top and spin it to do the mixing. There are some old wooden poles you could use to attach the wheel. And there's some strong washing line that could tie everything together. And that is probably everything of use in the junk pile.
So I'll need something to, all I need is something to actually do the mixing.
Yes, I'd expect you want something sturdy, maybe made of metal. Zeke is probably the best person to talk to about that. He's the scimitar merchant in town. Oh, you should be aware as well, I threw the vat away because it got badly stained by the various chemicals used in tanning. You could almost certainly clean it out, but you would need something very strong to clean it out with.
Any ideas where I could start to look?
The only person I know that could maybe have something like it is Ali Morrisane. He seems to have a wide assortment of goods. Our favorite guy.
Ali.
Can't believe you don't like the guy in a box. SMH.
Chat's getting hyped. Let's go.
A thousand greetings, sir. How can I help you?
I need something that I can use to mix ice cream with. Alice said you would be able to help.
Mix ice cream, you say? I do have some steel scimitars that I wasn't quite able to get to my usual standard of sharpness. If you were to move them quickly enough, I'm sure they could churn through anything frozen.
Excellent. What do you want for them?
Oh no, you can have them for free, sir. I couldn't sell these in their current state.
Zeke hands you a set of blunt scimitars. We need some like interlude music for when we're in between places.
Ah, it's you again? Perhaps I can interest you in my wares this time?
Actually, yes, you can. I'm looking for something that could clean a tanning vat.
A tannin vat? Ah, it's a shame. I used to stock such a product. Before I know the local tanner found it easier to just replace. The only thing I can give you is a supposed magical cleaning potion I was given from a squire of one of the White Knights of Falinor. He claims it's to be powerful enough to clean their armor to a perfect shade of white, when it's clearly just mulled wine mixed with holly.
Have you tried it?
Well, no, but
So how do you know it doesn't work?
You raise a good point, Mudspear, but I can't sell my customers faulty products.
Well, you could simply give me the potion.
Haha, you drive a hard bargain, friend. Very well. I will on the condition that you let me know how your production of chalk ice eggs goes.
Sounds like a fair enough deal.
Ali Morrison hands you a bottle of magical cleaning potion.
If it works, one bottle should clean out an entire vat. And don't worry about losing it. That squire insisted I take a whole crate of them.
Can we get it written into the law that Ali is has a Newcastle link somewhere, please?
What is the Newcastle of Gielinor? That is the question.
Why do you think? Why do you think he's selling everything? He's trying to buy himself a Newcastle.
Hey.
How are you getting on?
I've spoken to Alice, and I know what parts I need to make the churn. Now I just need to get them.
Well, feel free to take your time. I need to gather some more ingredients for the final product.
You begin searching the pile of junk. You take some washing line out of the pile of junk. You take a tanning wheel from the pile of junk. You take a dirty vat out of the pile of junk. You take a wooden pole out of the pile of junk. You found some useful items in the pile of junk. You found a dirty vat, a tanning wheel, some washing line, and a wooden pole.
That should do. The vat needs a very good clean. I should use the cleaning potion Ali gave me.
After applying the cleaning solution to the vat, the tanning stains magically vanish.
Well, not that Ali will believe me, but that worked flawlessly. I think I have all the parts I need for the churn.
Lying.
Excellent. Would you mind putting it together? My paws are a bit too big for this.
You bash the parts together and create a reasonable looking ice cream churn.
This doesn't look too bad, actually. I should show this to the Easter Bunny. Good news! I've made an ice cream churn!
Excellent. Can I see it?
You show the Easter Bunny the churn.
Well, now we have the machine. Now we just need to cool it.
Well, how do you plan on doing that?
I was hoping you could go back to the Ferox Enclave and find another magician.
Wait, are you not coming as well?
No. I have rabbit things to do.
Seems reasonable. Okay, I'll do it.
Wonderful. Here's the churn. Off to the wilderness you go.
Cutscene.
Oh, wait, hold on. I think I have a prop for this, actually. You guys like mukbangs?
Oh.
Nice.
Pringles went everywhere. This was not worth it. I don't see why Jeremy is still mad. It's not like eyebrows don't go back.
You know, he's really self-conscious about these things.
What do you care? I thought safety was our lowest priority or something like that.
Yeah, but Jerry bought a load of beer.
Shame.
Hey, Oh no, not you again.
Me again? What of it?
I need your help to freeze this ice cream churn.
Well, these were some pretty good chocolate chips. Okay, I'll do it. Phoebe leads you out of the gates of the Ferox Enclave.
And you're sure it'll be safe this time?
Well, why wouldn't you be?
Well, last time you did kill these pet dogs. R.I.P.
And did you get hurt?
Well, no, but...
Exactly, you'll be fine. Are you ready?
I guess. Wait, what's that on the ground there?
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing. Anyway, here we go. Hey, that's my stuff!
Why does this keep happening?
Oh, no idea. Usually get people once and they clear off. Then again, I don't usually do favours for giant pink rabbits.
Right. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and take this and go. Oh, that's really cold.
Well, if you'd like, I know a few fire spells to warm me back up.
On second thoughts, it's perfectly handleable. Yeah, no problems here.
Are you sure? You just said...
See you! Well, that was close. I should get this churn to the Easter Bunny before my hand freezes off.
I like how it fits in your bag, like the size of that churn.
Something 28 sharks.
Yeah.
I love the description, actually. Four scimitars placed on a wheel, placed in a vat that's freezing my hands off.
Hey, Easter Bunny, I have the churn and it's frozen.
Good work. Did you run into any trouble at Ferox this time?
Not really, although the PK came back looking for his items and got caught in the freeze again.
He died, again, in the same spot, in the same way.
Yep, I'm not sure he's made for PKing.
I don't think so either. Maybe we should bring him one of these eggs. I'm sure he needs to pick me up after all this.
That could be a good idea. But we need to first make the eggs.
That we do. Well, now we have the frozen ice cream churn. The only thing left to do is try it. Place it on the dirt patch nearby. I think that's a good spot for it.
And then what?
Make some ice cream, hopefully. I have the bucket of camel milk still. It's melted now, so it should be good to add to the churn once you've placed it. Then you can operate the churn and make the ice cream. Here's the camel milk.
The Easter Bunny hands you a bucket of camel milk.
Thanks, I'll get making the ice cream.
You place the churn to the ground. Now we need some milk. I don't think I actually want to... No, that's not me. I was ready for the text.
I need it for the ice cream.
You pour the camel milk into the frozen churn. Now you just need to operate it. You begin to operate the frozen churn.
Wait, I have something to add.
What? What do you want me to add?
You stop operating the frozen churn.
Chocolate chips, of course.
Mmm.
Everybody likes ice cream. Everybody likes chocolate chips. May as well mix the two.
Sounds like a good idea. Put them in.
The Easter Bunny adds some chocolate chips to the milk-filled frozen churn.
There we go. That's better. Now you can make the ice cream.
Can we get some Oreo cookie crumble in there as well?
You begin to operate the frozen churn. You realise that Oreos don't actually exist in Gillinor. You feel sad. The milk begins to freeze. The scimitar blades break up the freezing milk. You still have hot sauce on your hands. You haven't washed them yet. The chocolate chips disperse slightly through the frozen camel milk mix. The milk is all frozen and chopped up. Looks like ice cream.
This looks good. I should let the Easter Bunny know.
No, it's not good advice to just because you like chocolate chips and ice cream and mix them together. Like, I like beans. And I like ice cream. I wouldn't have baked beans in my ice cream. Like,
Have you tried it?
Sharon, that's coward talk.
Greg's pasty. Hey, I've made the ice cream.
Amazing. Let me taste it.
The Easter Bunny walks over to the churn.
Just one quick taste. It's lovely. This is perfect.
I'm glad you like it. It took quite a bit of effort to work the churn.
It was worth it. I'll start making the eggs right away. We're going to need something to keep the eggs once they're made.
Cool the eggs, but they're already ice cream filled.
The ice cream is to keep them cool while the adventurers eat them out in the desert heat. It won't keep them cool long enough for the journey though. Not even our ice cream can do that.
I met someone earlier who was hiding in a shipping crate. They said it was nice and cool inside.
Cool inside a shipping crate in the desert? That sounds pretty sus.
Sus?
I'm sorry. Suspicious. That sounds pretty suspicious. Maybe you could ask them. Sounds like they might have an idea about keeping things cool during transport.
I can try, but I'm not sure they'll tell me anything. They keep saying business secrets last time.
No harm in asking. It will take me a while to make the eggs anyway. I have to move the churn to the factory and set it all up.
I'll go and see if they'll tell me then. I'll be back soon.
Can't believe you got that in old school. Sus.
You can't keep getting away with it. And yet.
Hello?
Shh! Go away! I can't be found here!
I just have a quick question, then I'll go.
Okay, but be quick. We don't know who's watching.
Earlier, you said your crate is cool inside. How are you keeping it cool?
Business secrets! I can't say!
Please, it would really help me out, and I won't tell anyone I spoke to you. You know you can trust me.
Well, I suppose you've proved yourself. Okay, my crate is filled with ice coolers. A friend of mine is a Slayer Master and recommended them to me as a way to keep things cool. They're insulated boxes filled with icy water. I just keep them open and they cool the crate down nicely. Why do you want to know this?
I'm looking for a way to keep something cool during transport. I thought you might have an idea.
Ah, well, as you've heard, I do. I actually have too many coolers in here. It's getting a bit too cool for my liking. You can have one if you'd like.
Just like that? I don't need to complete a task for you?
No, you can just have one. I like a bit more spice in here anyway. Space in here anyway. Sorry, the kebab got me earlier.
What was spice in the crate?
I like a bit more space in here anyway. Do you have space to take it?
I do.
All right, could you look away for a moment? The coolers won't fit through the small hole, and I want to keep my identity a secret, even from you.
Sure. Let me know when you're done.
All right, chat, I'm going to need you to all look away now. Okay, thank you, chat. You turn away from the box. There is a small creaking sound and the ping of a latch opening, soon followed by a small thump and the sound of something closing.
Okay, you can turn back around now.
Turning.
You turn back around to face the crate. There's an ice cooler on the floor by the crate. You pick it up.
Thank you very much.
It's no problem. Now I must go back to hiding. I've been talking for too long already.
We don't know who's watching, he says. Hi Twitch, how you doing?
Rock, you make such a good crate, like genuinely. I couldn't imagine a better crate.
And the award for best crate goes to.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, I've got an ice cooler ready for the eggs.
That looks perfect. Last thing to do now is test the new ice cream filled egg. I'll put 2 eggs into the cooler for you, a normal one and an ice cream filled one.
Thanks. So I'll have 1 normal egg and 1 new ice cream filled egg.
Yes. You need to test them together and see if the ice cream filled egg melts.
Oh, I get it. So the normal egg should melt and the ice cream one shouldn't. That way we know it works.
That's right. The normal one is your control in the test. It's the point of comparison.
It sounds very scientific. Any idea where I should go to test them?
Somewhere hot. I know we're already in the desert, but do you know anywhere, any good spots?
Shantae Pass? Super hot down there. I noticed when I spoke to Shantae earlier.
That makes sense. I hear the desert gets quite dangerous due to the heat once you pass through the pass. Take the cooler to Shanty Pass. Once there, take the eggs out and see how they fare. Hopefully the normal one melts and the ice cream one doesn't.
Any idea how long I should test for?
A few hours should be fine. Here are the eggs.
The Easter Bunny places both of the Easter eggs into your cooler.
A few hours, but I have other things to do.
This is very important. We have to make sure we test thoroughly.
I suppose so. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.
You mean a few hours?
Yeah, I'll be back in a few hours. Definitely not a few minutes.
This is just
Punch the
making me
scorpion, you
hungry for
coward.
chalk eyes.
As you can see, someone's already warming up Shantae Pass for us. Very thankful.
Yeah.
That guy is living his best life.
There are 2 Easter eggs inside the cooler. Take the Easter eggs out. Start the test. You remove the 2 chocolate eggs from the cooler.
So now I just wait. Hopefully the ice cream one doesn't melt. Should I brought some water with me? It's quite hot.
Hey, what are you doing?
I've got some chocolate eggs to test.
Ah, you found a solution to your problem.
Maybe. That's why I'm testing them. I've got 1 normal one and 1 new one filled with camel milk ice cream.
Filled with ice cream? That's an interesting idea. I wonder if it will work. What is the normal one before, though?
It's a control.
A control?
The head shape.
Yes, it's a normal chocolate egg which should melt. That way we can see that the ice cream one is working, as it shouldn't melt.
Very clever. How long do you think it will take?
I'm not sure. It depends really on the molecular makeup of the chocolate and temperature.
The normal Easter egg melts in your hand, leaving a puddle of sticky chocolate.
Well, there is part of the answer. We know it's hot enough to melt the normal one.
Oh dear. Okay. So now you just wait and see what happens to the other one.
Yep, I just need to wait a little while and see if the ice cream one melts. If it doesn't, then experiment success.
A little while.
You do it like while.
While. Yes, a few hours should do it. That'll be long enough to check that the ice cream egg isn't melting.
Good luck. You should stay down here in the past where it's hottest too, to make sure it's a fair test.
I will stick around.
Do 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 do. You wait.
Yeah.
So far so good. It's not melted yet. Still solid.
Let's read chat while we wait.
Save
So
yourself. No.
just eat it. An Easter egg filled with homemade caramel milk ice cream. Still being egg shaped.
That should be long enough, I think. The camel milk ice cream is still solid.
Did it work?
Yeah, look, it's still not melted.
So it did. Does that mean you? I feel like the accent's developing.
Yes.
Getting a whole sense of your character now.
Evolving.
Does that mean you can deliver chocolate all throughout the desert now?
No.
I think so. I need to head off. I have someone I need to tell.
See you later then. I'm happy your plan worked out.
Brother.
I feel like it's been so long since I was Shantae at the start that I just completely forgot what voice I was doing for Shantae. And I couldn't channel it the same anymore.
You started off like a character from Family Guy and then just moved to
I
the
thought
deep
that
south.
too.
It got more and more south, I don't know why.
Speaking of going south of this stream.
I feel like it was meant to be more like America, California at the start, and then it went south.
Hey, Stefani, I have some news.
Good news, I hope. Did the experiment work?
It did. The normal egg melted instantly, and the ice cream-filled egg didn't.
This is amazing news. This means I can finally deliver Easter eggs into the desert. Those adventurers will be so happy.
I am glad we figured something out.
There's one last thing. These new eggs need a name.
How about ice cream-filled chocolate egg?
Doesn't really roll off the tongue.
Okay, how about chocolate eggs with nice cold ice cream center?
That's no better.
Fine. How about yummy for my tummy eggs, sort of like a choc ice, but bigger and better?
Are you okay?
Of course, what is wrong? Don't you like my name ideas?
They're just a bit long, really. It's quite hard to remember a 14-word name. I was thinking more like 1 or 2 words.
Oh, right. You should have said, how about chalk ice eggs?
That's better, but it doesn't sound very exciting. There's no air of mystery.
Oh, I know. Maybe we could shorten them to Chegs.
We can't use that. That's my friend's name.
Keith Chegwin. Your friend.
Yeah, Scott. Scott Cheggs.
No.
No. Who is that?
My friend. Look him up. He's quite famous.
I'll take your word for that. So, one last idea. How about Easter eggs?
Just Easter eggs?
Yeah, why not? Is there everyone knows and loves? The ice cream inside will just be a cool surprise. An air of mystery.
You've convinced me. Easter eggs it is.
Yay.
The ice cream filled Easter egg melts in your hand, leaving a puddle of sticky ice cream chocolate that's now merged with the hot sauce because you still haven't washed your hands. This isn't edible. I'm sorry.
The ice cream filled eggs just finally melted. That took ages to melt.
More proof it works. I'll get working on the mass production of these immediately. Can't those adventurers waiting any longer. Can I take the cooler for the deliveries?
Of course, here you go.
You hand the cooler over to the Easter Bunny.
Thank you for your help, Mod Spear. I don't have much to give you, but I found these things earlier. Maybe you can make use of them. Here you go. Hopefully they are acceptable as a reward.
Wow.
Thanks again, Mod Spear. Happy Easter. Woo!
Woo!
Yes. Fantastic.
We haven't passed
Oh,
Mod
yeah.
Kirby's hygiene inspection, but we've completed the quest.
Oh, just really quickly, Havoc, what was it like creating that quest? And thank you again for such a great.
Yeah, it's really good fun. It's my fourth event now, so I feel like I'm quite into the whole event sort of thing. Kirby helped me out with this one though with the wildy scenes, cutscenes and things. Put a lot of references in those that I didn't understand, so I looked on Reddit and people were posting them, and I was like, oh yeah. I learned a lot from that.
Just get to write stupid dialogue and someone will get it at some point.
Yeah. I do like writing
It
stupid
was genuinely
dialogue.
such a pleasure. I loved it. Yeah, I mean, I'd usually spacebar through stuff, but I'm glad we did that because that was actually really entertaining, and I hope, chat, you found it fun. So yeah, thank you so much. And thank you everyone for your amazing
accent. On the sus reference. But yeah, you gotta do it.
You got the Scotch eggs, you got the sauce. I'm keen to see your next one. Right, we've overrun by a long time, so I want to let everyone go. But yeah, just thank you so much for coming on. I'm going to wrap up quickly with some announcements and then we'll end the stream. So scroll up. Game update to check out the iOS closed beta and inventory rework. All the information should be in the blog linked. We've got Giants Foundry. We're reshaping smithing with a new skilling activity. So go check out the blog. We're going to update the blog with a version 2 shortly with some new rewards. There's also a new quest accompanying that. And then we've got PvP feedback. We're improving how we approach gathering feedback on PvP in old school RuneScape. If you want to contribute to the future of PvP, see how we intend to take on some of your thoughts and opinions, check out the blog and fill out the survey that is listed in the blog. So yeah, and new mod to check out Mod Torrance's Twitter. Thank you again, Mod Torrance, for coming on the stream with your incredible voice acting. Thank you to every single one of you guys, Havoc, Kieran, Torrance, Rock, Kirby. Thank you to Spear, spearheading the character that you're seeing in game. And thank you to everybody hanging out in the chat. We really appreciate it. Any last words from anyone before we wrap up?
Goodbye.
Happy Easter. Wash your hands.
Easter. Yeah, guys, wash your hands. Thank you, chat, for being so lovely and hanging out with us. We're hoping to go live with a lore Q&A on Thursday, so we'll see you then. Bye, everyone.